Hi everyone, my name is Poonam Gupta. In this video, I am going to explain what is a sequence diagram and how to create one. Dr. Masood Sajadi is the product owner of this project and he is also the mentor. Why we use sequence diagram? If we have so many methods in the program and it's a fairly long, it is difficult to track what is exactly going on to method calls. Sometimes we want to plan out these method calls in advance. This is where the sequence diagram comes into play. It is primarily used by developers and business professionals to document processes or understand the requirement of a program. What is sequence diagram? Sequence diagram are types of UML diagram that shows how objects in the system or code interact with each other. Particularly, these diagrams shows interaction in the order they take place. Here are the components of sequence diagram. In the sequence diagram, objects are represented by rectangle and the vertical dashed lines are called lifelines that shows the existence of an object over time. Generally, in an object-oriented application, each object is represented individually. Here, since MQL4 code is not object-oriented, we can use each file as an object in itself. For example, in this expert advisor, forex broker, expert advisor, built-in library, and two header files are represented as objects. Here, this is an activation box. Activation box shows when and how long an object is performing a process. Forex broker object is associated with this window here. When EA is first attached with this terminal, the forex broker object invokes the onInit method of an expert advisor. The init function loads the environment and sets the variables and returns back to the forex broker object. Forex broker waits for a tick to come. When tick comes, it will get activated and call expert advisor object. Now the expert advisor object is activated. So let's take a look at the source code. Here is the onTick function and it calls the draw function. In the sequence diagram, we can show the sequence of event in this manner. As we see on the onTick function, first draw function is called and then we create an activation box for the draw function. As we see, the draw function calls a few built-in functions like object get, object move, window redraw. So here it is calling the built-in object get function. In this case, built-in object will be activated and after processing return to the draw function. In the draw function, another function is called create. Then we will create an activation box for create function. Here create function call some built-in functions and after processing return the value to the draw function. When the create function is done, it goes back to draw function. Similarly, when the draw function is finished, it will go back to the onTick function. In this way, it will call the functions and return the values. Here I am going to explain the two more components of the sequence diagram. A sequence fragment. Sequence fragment is represented as a box. It may execute multiple times. And alternative multiple fragments. In this, only the one whose condition is true will execute. As we keep on progressing further in the code, we keep on adding details in our sequence diagram. I'd like to point out one more thing. As you can see in the source code here, we are using a function error description function. This function is defined in stdlib.mqh, which in turn appears to be looking up the error code from stderror.mqh. So we can show this dependency in the sequence diagram like this. In this way, we continue to show the sequence of events over time. After an tick function is finished, it will go back to the forex broker. I hope this was useful for you. If you have any question, please feel free to reach out to us. Here is our contact details. Thank you.